Hello and welcome to this tutorial. My name is Saham Malik, and in this program I'm going to show you how you can program a part using CAM Assist. As you can see, I have a part that I like to program. This is actually housing cover for a pump, and we want to program this. So you can see that I have defined my workpiece. My model is actually the pump. My workpiece is defined as this block, and then I use a specify check and selected the fixtures and the jaws that we have here. And let's go and set up my session. So first thing I like to do is to actually have one of the machines I like to use. So let's go ahead, select a milling machine, and we're going to select this Fanuc 3-axis milling machine. I'm just gonna see whether it is correctly set up. Perfect, and I'm pressing OK. Fine, OK. So now we have my machine in my session, and we have the tool magazines, but as you can see, this machine has no tools. So the next thing we want to do is to add tools to this session. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to say create tools, and then we are going to take them from the library. Under the milling tools, let's add some end mill, non-indexable end mills. So press OK. I'm going to click on this question mark so I can see all the tools that I have in my NX library. There are 82 tools. So let's go ahead and pick the first 8 tools that we have here and press OK. Perfect. And now you can see that these tools are now sit under each pocket that I have for my machine magazine, and you can see them here. They are ready. Okay, so now we're going to use CAM Assist to program this part, but in this session I'm going to ask CAM Assist to use my tools in my magazine as well as extra tools that I have as part of CAM Assist built-in tool library. So let's go ahead, click on CAM Assist and open CAM Assist user interface. Okay, we know this is a 3-axis part, so I'm going to leave that as 3-axis. At any point, if you have any question about how to use CAM Assist, you can always click on this information button and it opens tutorials that you can follow and use CAM Assist. Let's go to the next tab, which is the machine tab, and you can see that here my machine name is actually 3-axis milling vertical, and it was a Fanuc post process. So here we can see the same information as well as my machine specifications. For example, maximum speed, maximum torque, and maximum power. So I can modify that if I want to run CAM Assist with lower maximum speed, and then we can limit the spindle speed based on that. I'm going to keep it as it is, but I'm going to go to the Tools tab and decide whether I want to run this with my built-in tool libraries or tool-in sessions. So our built-in tool libraries in this case has 168 tools. CAM Assist comes with 2 sets of built-in tool libraries. The first one is called built-in CAM Assist, which you can have it in metric and imperial. And we also have built-in NX, selected number of tools based on NX typical built-in tool library. It also comes in metric and imperial. So in this case, I'm going to actually go with tool from session and see what I have. So as you can see, I added 8 tools to my session and it displays that I have 8 tools and all of them can be used by CAM Assist, and this is the breakdown. But you can see on this part that probably I need some additional tools to make this part fully machined by CAM assist. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go and select my built-in tool library from NX and then export the tools into the session. So I'm going to click on export tools to session, and then CAMAS is going to create a copy of our built-in tool library into this session and add them in our session. So let's wait and see the result. Perfect. So now you can see that as well as our 8 tools that we added to the session, we also have the 168 tools that is by CAM assist, and we add that to the session as well. So now instead of just running one tool library, I can run multiple tool libraries by saying tool from session. And remember, we had 168 tools from CAM assist and 8 tools in the session, and the total is going to be 176 tools. And CAM assist is now going to add all of them as part of this program. So let's press OK, and then CAM assist loads the 176 tools and show us a quick summary. Perfect. So now you can see the summary, 176 tools, and here is the breakdown. Okay, I don't need to change anything here, but under the finishing operations order, I like to optimize my finishing operations, and I want to minimum tool changes. So I'm going to pick that as my first option here, and then I'm going to just change the view so we can see the program appears in our screen, and I'm going to press OK. Of course, CAMAS is going to ask me whether I want to have the program generated or not. In this case, I like to see the program, so I'm going to say yes, and we wait for the program to be generated by CAMAS. Okay, now we can see the result of this program. CAMAS is generated 27 operations. So let's press OK, and let's expand all, and here we can see the program we just made. Here you can see the facing operation. Of course, I didn't have any facing tool in here in my magazine, so this is probably one of the tools I added to the session. Here we can see the roughing operations, flat operations, wall operation, and so on. The important thing is that now CAM assist grouped these finishing toolpaths to one, and you can see it also minimizes the number of tool changes. So now you can see this tool has been used for all of these operations, and it is grouped like this. Let's go to the tool selection, and here you can see one of my tools in my magazine actually selected by CAM assist to be used for my roughing operation. So I like to simulate this. So let's check these toolpaths. Click on 3D Dynamics IPW to be saved. I'm going to reduce the animation speed, and then we can play this. Let's click here and see the result. So here you can see that it is within my expected tolerances, so that's good. I apply and I press OK. Okay. Let's simulate all of our finishing operations. Okay, as our final stage in programming this part, I'm going to go ahead and select one of our flat operations, and check CAM assist cutting parameter engine. And here I like to decide the alloy of my material. So I'm going to say it is actually 7075. I click on the background. And now I have a cutting parameter appropriate for this metal. I'm quite happy with these values, but I might actually reduce the spindle speed a bit more. And then I'm going to lock this value and then increase the depth of cut. This is my new cutting parameters I want to use, and I'm going to save the operation. I need to right click, generate. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video, and I see you in our next tutorial.